Hi, and welcome back to Accidental Thoughts. It's been a while again. Isn't life just so fun when you get so busy, Jimmy?
Yep. You know, I've come to this conclusion. I want to be a contestant on the Family Feud. Yep.
Okay. Why is that?
Well, the show itself, the show is about the fact of surveyed questions. It's not so much the sense of actual facts. It seems like it's this group chooses this. 70% of this chooses this, and so forth. So
Yeah, it's usually somewhere between the top 3 and the top 10 or something like
top
that.
5 or whatever the hell it is. Yeah. Anyway, in that retrospect there, it made me kind of wonder a little bit. And I was looking up the fact of unusual, I guess you could say, matters that they actually survey on regular occasions. And
Okay.
there is a list out here of surveys of people, that are just awkward, that are just off the wall. One of them that comes up is they did a survey to see how many people would date their pets.
Their pets?
Their pets.
Okay.
Yep.
We live in a lonely world, I guess.
I guess so. So it states that 31% of the owners would date their pet, whether it be a cat or a dog. Yep.
Right.
31% of them. On the flip side, 40% of them said that they would, their pet would be a walking red flag. Citing, so
You know why I'm laughing.
exactly,
Every one of our animals is a red flag.
exactly. It's like, oh, okay. Uh, so citing their fur baby would need consistent attention. 42% said. A pet's
Right.
too clingy. 32%. Isn't great with boundaries. 30%. Easily jealous or territorial. 29%. And moody or temperamental. 25%. So that's a survey that somebody decided to do on that. Now, here's one. I guess I would ask you first before I tell you this. Can you think back to when you had your very first date ever? Okay?
Kind
Okay.
of.
Okay, it's kind of cloudy.
It's kind of
Okay.
cloudy. I'm old now, man.
Okay. If there was something on your first date, what would it be that you would say is off limits? You can't do this at all. And I know there's the norms, but let's say you're what, 12, 13, whatever, your first date. You're not thinking of anything, outside of the realm. What's one thing that you, as, this date, would you not do?
Well, are we talking about with who I am now or who I was then?
Now, I don't care.
Okay. Then there wasn't much that was off limits.
Okay.
Now there would be a lot that would be off limits,
All right. But what would be off limits? I mean, what would be like the no? You can't do this.
Well, definitely at 13, sleeping with someone else would be a no-no.
That's what I said. There's the realm that that's
Yeah.
but this is universal, I guess you could say, with everybody.
It's supposed to be anyway.
Yes. It will when I tell you. Can you think of anything that would be off limits?
Yeah, I'm sleeping with somebody.
Okay, well, you're still the one thing.
I mean,
that
at 13, maybe a PG movie. I don't know.
Okay, 56.
We were raised in a different time than these kids now.
56% of Americans said the no on their first date is a coupon.
Seriously?
Seriously? It's the deal breaker. Yeah. Yeah, they say that
Well,
56%.
then I would call that 56% of these people they surveyed. I would call them deal breakers because a smart person holds on to their money.
Yeah.
Especially first date.
They would be skipping on tipping and refusing to spend money on any expenses are two traits that can put the kibosh on a second date. These actions can pinpoint someone as being downright cheap versus frugal. No joke.
Really?
Yep.
Now, I can back that up with some solid takes off of the internet and Instagram and whatnot.
Right.
There are women out there that will say basically if they're not taken out to the fanciest restaurant on the first date, they don't want to even know your name.
Exactly.
And there was a day and time when we were growing up that you took a woman out for coffee or,
right.
You and I are guys that don't like coffee much, but you'd take them to the donut shop or you'd take them to a movie. It's pretty standard.
Right. Right.
Movie and fast food. It wasn't we have to go to Red Lobster tonight. This is our first date. We're just getting to know you. We took them somewhere where we could talk and break the ice and stuff like that in our day. Nowadays, people are skipping all that, but the people that want a so-called quality date, yeah, they're expecting that on the first round, then they're going to be sadly mistaken. And then the same generation probably wonders why they can't afford houses and stuff.
Right.
Gotta go take me on a dinner date at Red Lobster first.
All right. Here's another one. You ready? Mm-hmm. This one here kind of made me think about King Koi. You ready? All right. A vast majority of Americans seem to be less, against about being nude while gardening. When they were asked about gardening naked, 89% said they'd be comfortable in their birthday suit, and 79% said they would have no problem being on a nudist beach.
Okay. Now, the nudist beach thing, having lived abroad, I've done that, been there.
Right.
Not a big deal because people aren't walking around, going, ooh, look at that butthole. No, people just kind of mind their own business in Europe when it comes to that. Right. But yeah, gardening in the nude's not going to happen with me. I don't need
what's weird?
Garden shears or hedge trimmers anywhere near the boys.
No, not that hedge.
No.
Well, what's
not that, we don't need you hedge that way. We got specialty tools for that.
Here's what got me, okay? And I was reading this, okay? What was weird was another 63% says it's perfectly acceptable to be naked in their own garden. Now, the next comment was what made me wonder. And 58% think it should be legal to do so. So you're telling me
that your backyard behind a high enough fence,
right?
Okay, fine. Do what you want to do.
Exactly.
If you're gardening in your front yard, you better have some damn clothes on.
What's up, Bill? How's it going over there? I'm just over here squeezing the
I'd
maters.
ask you how it's happening. I can see.
Yeah, I can see it's a cold morning for you there. But the
Yeah.
thing is
Birds
it
think it's funny
saying
too.
that it's illegal?
Um,
That's
I
what it
don't
says.
know, honestly. Should we look that up?
Look, that sounds crazy. That, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, can you or can you not on your own property? Wouldn't that be private property? Could you
Yep.
be perfectly nude? Because I mean, it wouldn't be public indecency because you're at home. But I know you leave your house, you're outside. But
Right. Well, here you go. It's not explicitly illegal in the U.S., but it can, if you are visible, kind of like what we were saying, if you're visible from a public area, then you can get indecent exposure, and indecency charges.
So if you're in the backyard with
Whether
a
it's
privacy fence, you can do
illegal
it.
or not, most likely. It also says there are many different state and city ordinances that may or may not affect you doing that. So king koi can become a real thing.
I'm just saying. That's what I was saying. Because I'm like, wait a minute, this could go another direction if we ain't careful now. But
yeah, no duh.
I saw that and I was like, what? But so
Well, we could dive deeper. Let's go straight to our state here.
yeah. What do you think?
As long as you're on private property and your nudity is not visible from public areas or neighboring properties, if you can be visible from those, you are it's a class B misdemeanor in Texas.
There you
and
go.
is illegal if your genitals are exposed with the intent to arouse or offend others. Dang it, no more king koi.
Taller fences. Or
Yep.
walk
On your own property, you're generally
walk on
protected.
your
You
knees.
must ensure there is no clear line of sight from public areas or even a neighbor's window. I have two-story houses, and it'd probably give the old ladies next to me a heart attack if they saw that.
It doesn't say what time of day. You could be out there with with a one-eyed dog out there doing your thing. You got that little flashlight, you
Don't
know.
know this guy.
Anyway,
All right.
okay.
Let's take it another step. Houston.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot of privacy to Houston. I mean,
no, there's not.
No, there's not.
It is not illegal in Houston, Texas, to garden nude as long as you are not visible to the public. Does that include live streaming, I wonder?
I don't know. I don't know.
Look at these carrots.
What's he pulling on?
And
anyway,
what a nice selection of cucumbers we have this year.
Yeah. Now that you mention it that way, I think I'm not good. And I don't think I need any more salads in my life. So,
hey, you brought it up.
Yeah.
Not I.
You dug deeper. You said, Doug, you were digging. You were already planting the seeds. See?
I'm done planting seeds, brother.
Yeah. I'm in the backyard planting seeds. Okay, man. Let's say, for instance, you go to a friend's house or something like that. Okay. It's just like anything else. It's just like if I go to your house.
And they're skinny dipping?
No, we're off the nude deal. Get your clothes back on. Now here's the deal. So,
dude, darn it. Okay, hang on.
When does the hot flash just go away? Anyway, so here's the deal. You go to somebody's house and it's like the first time you've ever been there. Okay, you've never been there or anything like that. It doesn't matter who you are or who it is or whatever. You always make an assessment of a person's place when you walk in, like, oh, they're into this, or oh, they do this, or oh, that's nice, or oh, that looks like crap,
Or
and
it smells like urine in here.
exactly something. Okay, what do you think is the creepiest thing that you could spot when you walk into somebody's house for the very first time? A survey did this, and 40% of people said by far and away it's the creepiest thing to spot in a house.
Well, that could either be an adult toy of some sort sitting on a shelf. Some people would probably say, dude, you got me on the mentality now. Mine's already way over in that gutter. But you think about it. We've seen videos in the last few years on social media of people talking like they're experts in their field, and you look behind them and they got the huge dragon dildo behind them on the shelf, and it's like, did you know that was there when you started filming? Think about it. That's where my mind went. You're saying walking into somebody's house, and I'm sitting here going, okay, how many times during the pandemic did we see a video where you had an expert going, yes, and we had this, and right back here on the shelf, right over here on the shelf was a big dragon dildo. And you're like looking at this little tiny woman on there going, yes, and we found out through all these pathogenetic tests that this doesn't work. It's like,
Okay,
something there's working. Those are definitely things you should make sure stay in the bedroom, not on the shelf out behind where you're filming.
Nobody is ever going to come to your house ever again, because
I don't have none of that stuff in my house, man. I'm lucky.
Hey, what's that sitting on your couch? This is Lucille. She's
worse. No, the one. BB King's guitar was named Lucille, right?
like you're gonna have a sex doll sitting on the couch with your kids. What are you talking about?
Not a sex doll. I'm talking about literally, dude. I'll find the video and send it to you tomorrow. There is a viral video that went around just a few years ago, and there was more than one of a lady just sitting here talking with a shelf behind her like I've got, and there was this huge dragon thing on there, and she didn't even address it, didn't even acknowledge its existence in the video. She was talking about something totally political or otherwise medical or something.
Oh.
And everybody lost focus on that because of this big old thing right over there on the shelf.
Okay. Well,
anyway,
unfortunately,
so what did the survey say?
Yeah, it did not have this on any of these choices. I'm sitting there going, I was like, okay, how many are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different
would be the
things.
Worst thing across. I mean, the worst. I could see some people saying crosswall. No.
When you walk into a home, the worst thing they could see is actually the number of dolls that they have displayed.
Or dogs?
Dolls. DOLLS.
Dolls. Oh. Yeah, dolls have always been creepy. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that.
That's what I'm saying, creepy. Not blow-up dolls, but dolls.
No, little porcelain ones with their little dresses sitting on the shelf just staring evilly back at you. I think that's a Gen X thing, honestly, because that movie came out when we were kids.
Right.
About the dolls, then they said, the porcelain dolls coming alive and killing everybody.
Gothic furniture, dim lighting, taxidermy animal heads, and old paintings or
so
portraits.
It's creepy to walk into a hunter's house.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to look more at this.
I'm like, when are we going to go get one like that?
But, man, my head hurts now.
I imagine that's what that woman said after that dragon dildo.
Oh my god! Because my mind went to where, like, I'm not walking in your house ever again. It's like, what the hell,
No,
man?
nothing like that at my place, man. You know me. The worst you're gonna find is a few gadgets laying around, a couple cats, and some other animals, that are actually alive, not mounted on the wall.
All right. All right. You ready for this, though?
I'm ready.
Oh,
What was the
62%.
runner up to that? Yeah,
To what? The dolls?
to what you were just talking about. You were talking about the heads and this and that.
Oh, that one.
What you'd
Hold on.
walk in creepy. Yeah,
The creepy one. You walk into
porcelain dolls. How many? What was the
porcelain dolls
percentage?
was 40%. Gothic furniture was
Okay,
39%. Dim lighting was 36%. Animal heads and taxidermy is 34%. And old paintings or portraits are 33%. Black paint, peeling wallpaper, and unfinished basements are some other interior decorating choices people find to be eerie.
you know what they're describing is young teens /
Yeah,
early 20s
yeah.
watching
My
horror
first, my
movies
first
too
teenage
much.
apartment.
Right there. Well, no, I'm not talking about
Right,
the way your apartment looks, but the phobias there, the creepiness
right.
stems straight from all the horror movies we grew up with.
Mhm.
Unfinished basements where the killer took you
All
and
right.
you tripped over something in the dark and died.
The next one will probably wrap this up for today. This is
Maybe.
that
It
interesting.
depends
Oh
on
no, I'm
if
telling you,
it's
this
gonna
is
let you or not.
this is good. Okay, and I can kind of believe this. I can believe it because I know somebody that has this problem, issue, circumstance. Okay,
Okay.
so here it is.
Okay.
There are 62% of 82 million of these that are being misused in the United States. Okay. Now wrap your head around that a little bit. 62%.
82%.
No.
62% of 89 million.
Of 82 million. 62 of
62% of
82
82 million.
are
Okay.
totally misused in the United States today. Okay. And it happens
Okay.
to be a structure.
A structure?
Correct. It is actually a part of your home.
Well, I'm sure.
What is it?
Um, hmm.
If there's a
I
place,
want to
okay,
say
I'm using
fresh.
you because if there's a place in your house that you own that you think to yourself, it is not being used the way that it is delegated, called, or used to be, what is it? You looking for a
I
bird?
don't know. I'm looking. I'm looking around the room. I'm like, what am I missing here? The hallway, maybe?
Nope.
Nope.
Your garage.
Bathroom.
Your garage.
Garage? Oh yeah,
Garage.
garages traditionally were for parking cars. My garage is
That's right.
definitely on that list of being misused.
That's what I said.
There is a trailer and a ton of sound equipment and soon to be a stage in that garage, along with the
Yep.
trash cans, a freezer, and a refrigerator. And tools.
It's
Don't forget the tools.
they said that 36% of people said their garage is so packed they can't even park their
Hmm.
vehicle inside, and 62% feel their garage is the untidiest area of their entire house.
It's
Now,
about right.
do you
Although,
consider?
not untidiest, maybe. It's not the untidiest in my house.
Yeah.
It is the most crowded. The
So,
untidiest, that closet right as you come in from the garage?
yeah, the walk-in bomb.
That
Yeah.
seems to be the catch-all closet. That's the
Yeah.
catch-all closet.
Yeah. Yeah. You open that door, you catch all of it. Right.
Exactly. You catch everything that falls out at you.
Yeah. Yeah. Aunt Susie,
But
where have you been? No, what I'm saying is,
exactly.
do you consider this as a room of your home? It's
I
attached.
consider it as part of my storage for my home.
That's what everybody calls it. They don't call it a garage.
Yeah, it's a storage.
It's a storage.
Whether it be for your car at night or
But it has this big
for
door for
things
what
you have.
reason?
Put big stuff in it. Hey, give me credit. I have a trailer in mine, okay? If I pull that trailer out, my wife's car will fit where my trailer's at.
It's a part of your
And
home.
I can still walk.
Why would you put your car into your home? That's what I'm saying. Why would you consider it part of your home?
Kinky like that.
I could tell from the last survey that we went through, because I'm sitting there going, okay, I don't I don't understand. It's one thing
you got to admit that would creep you out if you walked in and you saw a dragon dildo hanging on a shelf right behind
Dude, I can't even,
where somebody sits at their computer.
I can't even get my head wrapped around the fact that if I ever walk to your house again and I'm like going to look around and it's like, please don't be like a doll sitting on the couch.
There is none of those things here. There's none of those things here. I promise you.
Yeah, I bought this as a gag. Yeah, I'm gagging. It worked. So.
Hey, I don't want to hear why you're gagging, but hey, that's you.
Yeah. So, with all that being said, it kind of makes me wonder if I ever would come over to your house again, because I'd be afraid to walk in on a blow-up doll, possibly standing at your kitchen counter, because you felt like sitting it down made it feel inferior. And then you're going to tell me, hey, why don't you come on back outside, out back? Let's do some gardening. Get ready.
You know me better than both of those, man. You know, first of all, I want the AI one that can tell me no. Wait,
yeah.
No, I don't.
Who wouldn't?
No, you don't want them. You don't want them if they can tell you no.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. It depends on the question. Here,
And
take all my money. No.
right? Little sneak peek into next week's episode for y'all, as a matter of fact. Did you hear? There is now a robot, an actual robot that a company is making for about 20 grand that can help you with tasks around the house.
Yeah.
A humanoid style robot.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about one you can screw, so get that out of your head.
There'll be some twisted ass that'll
And we'll
figure
talk
it out.
more about that on next week's episode. Huh?
Somebody will figure it out.
Somebody will figure. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody will say.
I don't know if they'd want to. This one does. They say humanoid.
Charging port.
It looks like. No wonder they gave it a chair to sit on to charge.
Exactly.
No. Anyway, though, no. In all honesty, there is a new AI robot that can help around with the tasks at home, and we'll talk about that on next week's episode and talk about what's happening in the robot world, among other things. But there is a robot that reminds me of you remember Astro?
Yeah.
The little robot kid.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like him.
Is he that tall?
Not the right colors on the bot.
Is he that tall? Is it that tall?
He is shorter than you and I would be. Yes.
Then how the hell is it going to?
Basically stands at the counter with his shoulders up and his arms up. But
okay, if he's that short, what counter?
Kitchen counter, standard kitchen counter. I'll send you some.
It works with its hands up there like this. I got this.
Yeah, like this. I'll send you some videos tomorrow. We'll talk about it next week's episode.
Sounds like a high-tech.
How robots are going to make your life better.
Yeah. Sounds like something.
And that's all the time.
This sounds like a high-tech ass scratcher or something. Here, I got that for you.
Pretty much. Currently, anyway.
Yeah.
Down the road, they might be high-tech ass kissers. Or they might be ass kickers, for that matter.
Not now, stop. I'm unplugging this thing.
Right. Get away from me, son. You bother me. And anyway, with that being said, and our minds thoroughly in the gutter now,
Yep.
um,
I'm going to go
Yep.
do some gardening.
That's all the time we have for Accidental Thoughts tonight. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you soon. And hopefully we can get back on the regular track of doing this thing.
We'll see.
Have a blessed week, y'all.
Later.